Good afternoon, friends. I hope this is a very difficult time for everybody in this COVID-19 situation. At the KD Hospital, it is our continuous endeavor to impart knowledge to everybody. तो हमारी कोशिश रहेगी कि हम थोड़ा जो भी नॉलेज है वो आपके साथ बांट सके और जो आपको अभी हेल्प कर सके और बाद में भी आपके हेल्थ के लिए आपको फायदामंद रहेगा। जो आज का जो टॉपिक है, आई थिंक इट इज़ अ वेरी टॉपिक जिसके कंट्रोवर्सी बहुत है, बहुत मिथ्स है, बहुत फैक्ट्स है। तो मेरा आज प्रयत्न रहेगा कि आई विल ट्राई टू एटलीस्ट रिड्यूस सम मिथ्स एंड गिव यू फैक्ट्स अबाउट दिस थिंग्स। सो टॉपिक जो मेज आज का है, दैट इज द इफेक्ट्स ऑफ रनिंग और ब्रिस्क वॉकिंग ऑन अवर नीज। नॉर्मली क्या होता है कि सबको चिंता वही होती है कि भाई मेरे घुटने खराब हो जाएंगे, कि अगर मैं दौड़ूंगा या दौड़ूंगी या मैं ज़रा ब्रिस्क वॉक ज़्यादा करूंगी तो इसका इस हिसाब से मेरे घुटने ज़्यादा खराब हो जाएंगे। तो देर आर लॉट ऑफ myths एसोसिएटेड विद इट एंड देर आर सम वेरी रेलेवेंट फैक्ट्स ऑल्सो विद इट। जो आज मैं बात करने वाला हूँ, इट विल बी बेस्ड ऑन टू थिंग्स। वन थिंग इज एविडेंस बेस्ड स्टडी। जो स्टडी हैज बीन डन around the world at many centers where there are lot of runners doing for leisure and even for their races. And secondly, my personal experience of my 21 years as an orthopedic and a joint replacement surgeon, and my experience of 8 years as a marathon running. During this tenure of my personal experience, which I would like to share, because as an orthopedic surgeon, your experiences, your concepts are very different. And when you yourself run and you are an orthopedic surgeon, your concepts are getting changed because you go through all that misery of the knee pain. You meet lot of friends who are co-runners, who have got knee injuries or other injuries. So you can clearly see these injuries or the effects of this running or brisk walking on the running friends, and you can get a very good conclusion out of it. My personal study, because of my lot of interest of effects of running on the knees or other running related injuries, I regularly get done x-rays, MRIs, blood reports of myself, my runner friends, and have done some short studies also on this my running friends. So आज जो अपने बात करने वाले हैं, तो वो दो एविडेंस बेस्ड स्टडी और माय पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस के हिसाब से आज बात करेंगे कि व्हाट आर द इफेक्ट्स ऑफ दिस टू थिंग्स ऑन आवर नीज। सो नॉर्मली व्हाट वी सी इस कि जो एविडेंस बेस्ड स्टडी होता है वो रनर्स और नॉन रनर्स के बीच में जो स्टडी किया होता है, और उसमें हम रनर्स को डिफाइन करते हैं। तो इन दिस स्टडी इट इज़ अ लीजर रनिंग। तो व्हाट वी डिफाइन एज लीजर रनिंग इज 5 किलोमीटर रन, 10 kilometer run and half marathon run at a moderate pace, and brisk walkers. We would not like to include full marathon runners, ultra runners, or half marathon runners who are running at a very good pace. ये जो लोग सब रनिंग करते हैं, जो अल्ट्रा दौड़ते हैं या ये सब करते हैं, दे आर वेरी इंटेलिजेंट, दे नो अबाउट इन एंड आउट अबाउट रनिंग, दे नो हाउ टू डील विथ इट। जो फिजिकल एक्टिविटी करनी है, जो डाइट मेंटेन करना है, जो कोर करना है, उनको काफ़ी पता होता है। पर वी आर टारगेटिंग अ ह्यूज पॉपुलेशन के हु हैज लॉट ऑफ मिथ्स एंड फैक्ट्स अबाउट ब्रिस्क वॉकिंग एंड रनिंग ऑन द नीज। अपने देखने जाए तो लास्ट मे बी अराउंड से अबाउट 7 to 8 years और मोर सिंस लास्ट 5 years इंडिया में रनिंग का काफ़ी ट्रेंड बढ़ा है। If you see in your locality in the morning, if you see before 8-9 years, there are very few runners you can see on the road. But now, if you see in the running season, you see lot of runners on the road. And with this running, काफ़ी लोग को मज़ा भी आ रहा है और काफ़ी लोग को इंजरी भी हो रही है। और इसके हिसाब से there are lot of misconceptions in the minds of runners and non-runners. तो who want to start running, जैसे non-runners है, उनको रनिंग स्टार्ट करना है, तो they are afraid कि मुझे इंजरी हो जाएगी तो मैं रनिंग स्टार्ट करूँ कि मैं रनिंग स्टार्ट नहीं करूँ, या ब्रिस्क वॉकिंग करूँ कि नहीं करूँ। सो लॉट ऑफ स्टडी हैपन्स एंड उसके हिसाब से फिर आगे अपने विल एबल टू डिराइव टू सम कंक्लूजन्स। नाउ द एविडेंस बेस्ड स्टडी जो हुआ है throughout the centers from USA, Europe, Australia, where the sports injury is considered one of the most upcoming and most जिसके लिए every runners or every patients they are more focused on it. तो उनके जो डेटा है they don't find any significant increase of knee arthritis in runners versus non-runners. वन ऑफ द बेस्ट स्टडी जो हुआ है एविडेंस बेस्ड स्टडी की मैं बात करता हूं जिसमें जो परसेंटेज वाइज जो निकला है दिस विल बी वेरी शॉकिंग टू यू एंड वेरी सरप्राइजिंग एंड विल माइट मोटिवेट यू टू मूव मोर टू रन ऑल्सो द percentage of getting knee osteoarthritis in runner is 3.66 percentage versus 10.25 percentage in non-runners. Normally since last 8 years जो मैं रनिंग करता हूँ और जब भी मैं टॉक के लिए जाता हूँ तो my first sentence always when I talk is I have hardly operated or hardly done any knee replacement surgery in a runner. So और स्टडी भी एविडेंस बेस्ड स्टडी में भी जाते हैं तो इफ आई कम अक्रॉस ए पेशेंट विथ ए नी आर्थराइटिस एंड वी विल नॉट फाइंड हार्डली फाइंड एनी ट्रेसेस ऑफ हिम बीइंग ए रनर so it itself says that running is not bad for the knees. Now secondly, the study which has been done where they have focused on the runners and where they have seen and traced the runners over a period of years, that is by clinical examination, by pain score and by radiological investigation also. There have been not significant increase in knee arthritis in these runners. So these both studies are very much they give evidence that running or brisk walking is not bad for knees. The advantages the running gives in the knees, one thing is improves your hip function. See, knee is not only works during running. There are other joints which are very important for running, which everyone needs to remember. Your hip needs to be very good. The majority of the runners, everyone, they forget that they have to work on hip muscles also. Your hip, your calf muscles, your ankle foot and your back. These are very important. So running does not happen only from the knees. So in the way running helps to build up your bone mass and muscle mass. And by building up the bone and muscle mass, the joint become more stronger. There is even a study which shows that the cartilage functions in the knee joint, they improve with running. So the proteins which are important for the cartilage regeneration, there is a more increased production seen in this thing by in regular runners. So overall, this helps a lot. Secondly, it's a weight bearing exercises. As you all are aware of it, if you want to prevent osteoporosis, the best thing is weight bearing exercises. And brisk walking and running are the best weight bearing exercises which can come across. And lastly, it is one of the cheapest sport. It can be done in any season. It can be done anywhere. So in that way, it helps a knee a lot. Now very important, now if I am only speaking about running or brisk walking is a good thing, there are some things to be considered. As a doctor, I would like to give advice that which I have come across in my practice why knee injuries can occur in the runners. The number one thing is the lack of core strengthening exercises. So in a very short crux, I will like to say by evidence-based study and by personal study which I have done with my running friends and on myself, because I have gone for twice MRF, my knees twice I have gone for it. Number one thing is you should run 3 or 4 days a week. You should not run more than 3 or 4 days a week. I am talking about the leisure running of 5K, 10K and half marathon. So running of 3 or 4 days a week, you should not run daily. There should be 2 daily days of core strengthening exercises. It should be 2 dedicated days of core strengthening exercises. And at least 1 or 2 days of cross training. So these 3 combination of running, core strengthening exercises and cross training. This has to be managed if you want to run for long period of time. So if you are doing only running, then it is going to be very bad for knees for sure. So this is a message I want to pass to the non-runners who want to go for running and the runners who are only doing running. So please include core strengthening exercises and cross training in your exercise regimen. Lastly, one of the things which now everyone is quite aware of is some of the vitamins and things which you need to be have proper in the body. Because as compared to a normal individual, runners would require more amount of, or at least in the normal range, slightly above normal range, you will require vitamin D3, vitamin B12, calcium in your bones, and even serum ferritin is very important. So you have to manage these vitamins very regularly. You can consult your local doctor, and this is going to help a lot. Now, in my experience, because I've been associated with very important running clubs like Ahmedabad Distance Runners Clubs and other things also. And we have been part of a Who Else Is Running, which promotes running, how to do training and everything. And we try to tell everybody to have this as a part of your training, and don't do only running. That is more and more very important. Now, what are the things and what are the facts where you should not do running or where you should not do brisk walking? So the important part is, number one thing which everyone would have a question is about overweight and obesity. I would suggest that if your BMI is from 25 to 29.9, which comes in overweight, you can do brisk walking and in between running, and try to reduce your BMI. And once your BMI is below 26, you can go for running. But if your BMI is about 29.9, that is about 30, which you come in obese, you should do any exercises under the guidance of your doctor. Because with higher BMI, there may be chance that you may injure your knee. Because when any person runs, so if say about your weight is say about 80 or 90 kg, the weight on the knees is almost 4 to 5 times when you run. So with increased BMI, there will be more loading on the knees and there will be chances of knee injuries. So that BMI part is very important. You should understand when you are overweight, your BMI is less than 29.9, then you could definitely do walking and running mix. Try to bring the BMI down. If your BMI is more than 29.9, you consult your doctor and gradually with walking, with diet control, bring the BMI slowly over a period of time, and then you can shift to the running. The persons having already previous knee injuries, they should consult your doctors. If you have been operated for meniscal injury or for anterior cruciate ligament injuries or any other diseases of the knee which you have been in the past, then don't run without consulting your doctor. Thirdly, if already you have knee arthritis, then running is not advisable. Then the best thing is to go for walking, and if your cartilage permits and if your BMI permits, you can do bit of a brisk walking with the regular walking. Fourth thing is the osteoporosis. If your bones are very fragile, then it is very much advisable then that you should make your bones strong first with the help of diet, vitamin D3, sunlight exposure, weight bearing exercises, and once your osteoporosis decreases, then you can again shift to brisk walking and running. Lastly is the age. Age is not a contraindication to start brisk walk running. There are hundreds and hundreds of data where many persons have started running at the age of 60 years and running at the age of 90 years, 100 years also. So age is not against running, but it should be scientific. You should go gradually. Some of the questions I can see on my screen is about the yoga. I am absolutely okay. Yoga is one of the best thing, and yoga at least twice or thrice a week, it is going to help a lot in running. So I would definitely say and advise you can make a yoga a part of a routine along with the running, and which will definitely help with the stretching of the joints and muscles, and secondly your breathing also will improve with a lot of yoga, and which will help. So I would conclude the talk that the myths and facts, you should run, you should do brisk walking, running, but with proper guidance, with proper knowledge how to go ahead, what I have shared about it, and associated core exercises, yoga, cross training, proper vitamins is very important. We from KD Hospital are always there to help you in these difficult times, and you can consult us or you can email us on KD Hospital website, and we'll be there to help you and solve your queries. Thank you so much. I enjoyed talking with you. Thank you.